From shy to superstar, Boys, Hotel California, cover wins millions of hearts. Red Heart Guitar Globe showing Europe Africa. The auditorium lights dimmed, casting long shadows across the crowd of restless students and parents. At the edge of the stage, clutching an old guitar with peeling varnish, stood Ethan, a 15-year-old boy whose heart beat so loud he feared the microphone would catch it. He had never performed in front of more than a few friends, and tonight was the school talent show, a stage where laughter often came quicker than applause. Ethan's hands trembled, not just from nerves but from the weight of his story. He wasn't just here to sing, he was here because music was the last piece of his late father he could hold on to. Ethan's father had worked 2 jobs to provide for the family, always humming Eagles songs on the porch after long shifts. His favorite had been Hotel California, and it was the last tune he played with Ethan before passing away unexpectedly. The guitar Ethan carried was his father's. Every scratch, every faded string told a story of love, sacrifice, and nights when music made them forget life's hardships. Singing this song in front of a crowd wasn't about proving talent, it was about honoring a promise he once whispered at his father's bedside, "I'll keep playing for you." When Ethan stepped up to the microphone, a wave of giggles rose from the crowd. His oversized jacket, shy posture, and downcast eyes made him look like a boy in the wrong place at the wrong time. Even some judges exchanged glances as though already preparing for an awkward few minutes. Ethan almost turned back. Almost. But then he remembered his mother's encouraging words earlier, "Sing like you're talking to him, Ethan. Pretend the world isn't there." The first chord rang out, a shaky, hesitant sound that seemed too fragile for the grand stage. But as he closed his eyes and whispered the opening verse, something shifted. His voice, gentle yet rich with emotion, floated through the air like a secret prayer. The laughter silenced. Every ear leaned closer. By the chorus, Ethan's voice grew stronger, raw yet haunting, carrying the kind of honesty no rehearsed performance could match. It wasn't about perfection, it was about heart. And his heart was wide open. In the middle rows, a man in a leather jacket wiped his eyes, whispering to his wife, "That boy sings like he's lived every word." Teachers sat frozen, surprised at the transformation of the shy student they had barely noticed in class. Even the students, who had expected to snicker, now swayed with the rhythm, as though caught in a current they couldn't escape. The real magic came near the end. Ethan strummed harder, tears brimming, and for a fleeting second, he swore he felt his father's presence, warm, reassuring, standing right behind him. He tilted his head toward the spotlight, let out a soaring note that cracked but carried immeasurable power, and poured every ounce of love, grief, and hope into the final chords. When the song ended, silence hung heavy in the air, like the pause after a prayer. Then, an eruption. The audience leapt to their feet, clapping, shouting, some even crying. The very people who doubted him were now on their feet, hearts in their hands. What happened next was beyond Ethan's imagination. Someone had filmed his performance on their phone and posted it online with the caption, "This shy kid just sang Hotel California like his soul was on fire." By morning, the video had been shared thousands of times. By the end of the week, millions. Comments poured in from across the globe, veterans saying it reminded them of their youth, widows confessing they felt their loved ones listening alongside him, teenagers finding courage in his vulnerability. Ethan, who once hid behind corners, was now the boy who reminded millions of strangers of the power of honesty in art. Yet fame wasn't what transformed him most, it was kindness. Instead of basking only in the spotlight, Ethan began using his newfound platform to raise money for kids who couldn't afford instruments. "Music saved me," he told a local reporter. "Maybe it can save someone else, too." With donations from fans around the world, he started a small foundation, ensuring that children, no matter their background, could strum a guitar or press piano keys and find their voice. Months later, Ethan stood on a much larger stage, this time with television cameras pointed at him. The same shy boy now smiled confidently as he introduced a group of children playing instruments they'd received through his foundation. The spotlight was no longer just his, it was theirs. And as they joined him for a group performance, the crowd once again rose to their feet, this time not only for the music but for the kindness behind it. Ethan's journey wasn't about becoming a superstar, it was about realizing that vulnerability could inspire strength, that music could heal not just a boy missing his father, but hearts scattered across the world. He had learned that true greatness isn't found in applause or fame but in the lives touched by the courage to share what is most real. And so, from a trembling boy in an oversized jacket to a young man whose song became a lifeline for millions, Ethan's story carried one timeless truth: sometimes the quietest voices hold the loudest echoes, and when you sing with love, the whole world listens.